Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because a bear ate my car. It's unbelievable, literally unbelievable. Uh, Please, as always, like the video. A lot to cover today. Subscribe to my channel, and today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, that I will cover in a bit. But let's get right into it. There were some people that were staying in a cabin in Big Bear, California. Big Bear is the mountain resort that is closest to us here in Southern California. And there's a saying, you can surf and ski and in the same day. And that's where Big Bear comes from, because you could literally surf in the morning and then go back in the afternoon and ski when the weather's right at certain times of the year up in Big Bear. Well, 4 people were staying in a mountain cabin with their 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now, I came down to Laguna to show you guys something. Look at this. The tide is out today. We've been here a bunch of times, but there are 0 waves out here. And you can walk amongst everything and see it all. So, these people were staying at their cabin, and they had an attack by a bear. The bear came in and broke into their car and completely destroyed the car. Now, which is kind of wild. Now, what's interesting about this is that there was no bear. They submitted surveillance video to the insurance company to say, look at this bear, and like it was their surveillance camera. Okay, that's cool. Only problem with it was it looked suspicious. It's like, bear's kind of moving kind of funny, and the claw marks and the damage to the car was just really, really uniform and not random at all like you'd have a bear. So one thing that they found out about was, see, as the insurance companies get played more and more and more, they start to investigate more and more and more right now. So the insurance company decides to open up an investigation, and wow, the 4 people that were involved in this, they had done this twice before, to a 2015 Mercedes and a 2015 AMG Mercedes and a 2022 Mercedes. They got away with $140,000, 140 grand, using the exact same surveillance footage. You can watch the footage below, but it doesn't look like a bear. Okay, it looks like a guy in a bear suit. And like somebody said when I heard this story that was sent to me, look, the bear has elbows. So kind of like the bear's crawling through. But the investigators weren't going to tolerate this. They were like, this is a total scam, and we're being played by these people, so let's investigate further. So these people are being charged with insurance fraud out of San Bernardino, and the problem with it is that it had been done multiple times before. Here is the wild part about this. Here is the actual bear costume. When they went to serve a search warrant and investigate this house, these idiots, these 4 imbeciles, had the bear costume in the house. Isn't that great? I mean, come on, guys. This is just, you can't make stuff like this up. So what it turned out is that, well, how do you make claw marks? How do you do this? So not only did they submit the same video 3 different times, and which would be suspicious enough because you're an idiot, but they bought claws that you would use at the barbecue section from Home Depot, that you would pull pulled pork. You've seen those things. They're $5, and you get 2 of them, and you can pull the pulled pork. Well, that's what they used to create the bear claws, but they were all uniform, and it was just too clean and too proper. But they did get away with $140,000. And again, if you robbed a bank for $140,000, that would be a huge bank robbery. They would investigate that. Well, you don't think people are going to investigate a crime? No, let's just do it again. So this is what's going on in the world right now, is you have more and more and more desperation in the world, where people are not tolerating the fact that they're broke. And somebody's driving a 2010 Rolls Royce, and, well, we need money. Let's go get, let's do the insurance fraud again. So this time their luck's run out, because these 4 people in Glendale, I can read you their names, okay, that are allegedly accused of this crime. Ruben Tamrazarian, Aratot Trachinian, Vate Murdochian, I can't read these names, and then Alpheus Eckerman are charged with conspiracy to commit insurance fraud. Wow. So, unflippin' believable. So, when I was a kid, these are the tide pools that we would crawl through and climb over. And you can see people out there with their dogs and stuff like that over there. It's just different because normally this is just covered in water. Okay, but for this time of the year. So as people get more desperate, these crimes are going to run amok. And you're going to see more and more crimes like this that they're just not going to tolerate. They're not going to tolerate insurance fraud. They're not going to tolerate you lying on a loan application. I am telling you this right now. If you, you know what? Let's tell them we make 300 grand and we fill out our application for our credit card. Don't do that. Don't do that, because what's going to happen is if you run into financial hard times and you've lied about anything, they're going to charge you with a crime now. And this is what's happening more and more and more. The loan fraud that we saw that happened with PPP and all that stuff is coming to catch up with people. But if you lie in a loan application now, they're coming after you for that. Can't tell people enough just to tell the truth. You know, remember, no is an answer. Oh, it just didn't work out. So, one thing I am getting a kick out of is the announcements for Donald Trump's cabinet. Man, it is like, you know, somebody described it to me like watching the NFL draft, because I'm not a football guy, but I know people that like carry the little mini TVs around and they're looking and they're like, oh my gosh, he went to Denver. You know, that's what's happening now. You walk into businesses and people are like going, oh my gosh, Bobby Kennedy in charge of Health and Human Services. Okay, so I got a lot more to cover on this, and it'll be on our private channel that's too hot for this. So check out iAllegedly.tv and I'll share that with you. Okay, that's the private channel that we have. But man, oh man, I just think that people are ripping on Elon Musk, saying he got a demotion. You know, Department of Government Efficiency. What a joke. What do you do with the richest man in the world? The fact that this guy wants to help clean up government. I am telling you this right now, guys. I had a celebration dinner last night with a bunch of friends, and one guy was a lawyer who just knows stats and facts, and I'm glad I brought him because everybody loves him. And this guy was sitting there talking about all the way that Elon Musk bought when he bought Twitter, and how he walked in there and fired 80% of the staff. Okay? Within 15 days, he did this. Okay? Well, wait a second. Also, he got rid of all the different servers that they didn't need within 15 days. He was flying his plane, and well, where are servers? We've got them here, here, and here. You know what? Turn around. Let's go back there. So he flies back to California, shows up there in the middle of the night. Oh, by the way, I'm Elon Musk. I own this place now. And they start pulling wires. And, hey, you don't do that. It's going to make everything shut down. And you know what it did? It didn't make it shut down. So, but it saved them an absolute fortune. The redundancy of employees was huge. One thing that was crazy with Twitter X now is that they had employees that were out that would do a day in the life of a Twitter employee. And these people were on vacation. Okay, I get up and I have a smoothie. I go to the office. I check my email. I go get coffee. And then I go and then I get, it was break time after break time after break time and massage and all this crap. And you didn't know what these people did for a job. These people are going to lose their jobs. You're going to see efficiency come to it. Do you pay too much in taxes? Do you like your tax bill? Most people are sick of it. So if someone's going to sit there and try to save money, I think that's a good thing. Okay? So it's a demotion. He got played, you know, whatever, guys, whatever. So our anniversary for our country, our 250th anniversary is July 4th, 1776. 2026 is our 250th anniversary, and they want the Government Efficiency Office to have all their work done by that date. I think that's pretty cool. So let me know what you think about this. Do you own a bear costume? Have you committed insurance fraud? Let us know. Oh yeah, I fake insurance accidents all the time, Dan. Okay? Share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Think about this, guys. The end of the year is just around the corner. It's time to get your finances in order. New administration, new changes. If you don't have precious metals in your retirement account, it's time. The best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431. They will answer all your questions. Their customer service is absolutely amazing. But here's the thing, guys. When you look at our government, it is completely upside down. It's going to take a long time to fix things. I am of the believer that it's going to get worse before it gets better. One thing that you need to do to hedge this is precious metals. Talk to Patriot Gold Group today. #1 rated for 8 years in a row for a very good reason. Their customer service is unbelievable. They carry all types of metals, silver, gold, everything. Contact them today. If you don't want to call, use the link below. They will answer all your questions and they'll send out a free investor guide. And they even have IRAs and 401ks that are backed by precious metals. Contact them today before it's too late. There is a lot more to cover right now. And first things first, inflation went up year over year, month after month. Listen to this. For the 53rd straight month, inflation has gone up. Isn't that crazy? Oh, but it's going down. No, it went up last month to an average yearly rate of 3.3%, still higher than the 2.2% that they want. And Jerome Powell steps forward and says there is no rush to lower interest rates. So are you guys going to lower interest rates or not? Well, yeah, they're going to do it immediately. They're going to raise it 6 times between now and the end of the year. It's going to be fast and furious. Well, no, it's not. Read the article below. Jerome Powell's in no hurry because the economy is doing so well. Okay? Now, Housing Wire magazine is a great magazine, and they are definitely delusional because they think that the average house right now is going to go up 15% next year, minimum of 9%. So go buy that house. You're going to make money. Or are you? Okay? We've just covered how difficult it is to, sell these houses. Interest rates are going to stay high. Can you get insurance? What's the property tax bill look like? It's going to be insane. And if you think, oh, all that stuff's coming down, Dan, it's just coming down. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'd rather not know what I'm talking about and not buy the houses than live through hell. So there was a betting site called Polymarket. And Shane Copeland is the CEO of this. Shane has run into the little problem with the law this week, and the FBI showed up at his house and seized his phones and all his electronic devices. That would be your computer, that would be your iPad, that would be everything, that you have, including your cell phone. So what they're going to do is this guy's going to need the best lawyers in the world because they're saying, did he have a fix in the election by telling people that $100 million was bet on the election? Okay? Well, guess what, guys? Come to find out, a lot more people bet in the election than that. One guy, one whale is what they're calling him, used 5 different accounts and made $85 million betting. Again, a second article below talking about how much money he made betting on the election and the Trump victory. Crazy, guys. Crazy. So, what's crazy? It's like, I like going to a game and enjoying the game. I don't want to bet on, oh my gosh, is he going to throw a strike? There are people, and there are great videos you can watch on TikTok and Instagram, where these degenerates during baseball season would pick a game and bet on if there's going to be a strike, first pitch strike or not. Will there be a home run before the 5th? I have friends that gamble like that. And you take them to a game, we need 1 more run before the 5th inning for my over bet to cover. It's like, man, just enjoy the game. So people betting on elections, it's crazy. So you're going to see a lot more stuff like this, but this guy's in a heap of trouble. Let's put it that way. Now, one thing that you're seeing is people flee cities with problems. Ken Griffin is the CEO of Citadel. He is fleeing Chicago. He just sold a property and took a 44% loss, where he bought something for $34 million in 2019 and sold it for 19 million. Hello. Okay, that's good math. I guess if you're that loaded, because the guy's a billionaire, that you don't care. But now think about this. They anticipate that New York City is, between now and the next 12 years, are going to lose 2 million people that are going to live there permanently. I could totally see that. So people are fed up with this stuff. You're starting to see people just move out of crime. I don't want to put up with this. Ken moved Citadel. He moved his company out of there. You don't want to be responsible for Gladys driving to and from the office. Hey, I need you to work late. And then working late involves her, putting her life in jeopardy. Nobody wants that. No employer wants that. When I ran the event company, I would have people that would say, hey, have your event here, Dan. Come here. We got a great... So I would drive there. I'd investigate the place. They were always, why would you do this? Why would you come out and look at it? Okay, well, first of all, your parking is $18 a person. That no one's going to pay that. Oh, we can fix that. And then you'd have crime issues at night where you'd have it too dangerous and too dark to have some woman this time of the year walk to her car. I don't want to be responsible for that. I don't want to have chaperones to get people to the car like it's a war zone. It doesn't matter how nice the area is. You don't want people in danger. That's what Ken Griffin did too. Now, great story that was sent to me. A woman had a joint checking account with her husband, 62 years old, and that's the only checking account they had. He dies, she's on the account still, and they froze the account. Didn't name the beneficiaries properly, and she can't bury him right now because the money's tied up for a minimum of 45 days. I am telling you guys, check things like this. No one plans on dying at 62 years old like this guy did, but I did a story that the story that got the most email and the most private responses, don't say anything, was there was a guy who got a job in 1987 at Procter & Gamble, met a chick playing at a park, playing Frisbee, moves her in, gets his job, names her as the beneficiary, ends up breaking up with her a year later, meets another woman, they have kids together, never got married, foolishly, okay? Never got married. But when he died, his $1 million, now it's $2 million, his retirement account went to the Frisbee chick. Do you understand that? And I'm telling you, I had one woman that wrote me and said, Dan, I'm not proud of this, but I have 4 retirement accounts, and they had 4 different men listed on them. And you saved me. You saved my children. Thank you. Guys, I'm telling you, look at your accounts. Make sure the beneficiaries are set up. It's funny, we were talking last night, and who's got a trust? Who doesn't have a trust? The point is that, guys, you need to make sure if you have anything, at least the beneficiary on your account is set up properly so that if you passed suddenly, people could go into the bank and get the money right now, okay? I'm not giving you financial advice, and don't think I am, but talk to somebody about this. And if you own anything, make sure it's protected. Make sure people that you have confidence in, and if you want to do it away from your spouse, just make sure people know where things are at. Hey, check here if something happens to me. Okay, great advice, okay? Share your thoughts on all this stuff. Isn't this wild walking? I mean, there'd be waves crashing here normally, guys. So, hope you're enjoying this so far. Before I did this every day, I used to run a medical directory, medical conferences, and Dr. Marvin sent me a great story out of MedPage Today that I used to read every day. I would get up, and this would be the first thing I would do. There's a great article he sent me about unnecessary surgeries that they did for spine surgery. You know how, okay, anybody who's had back pain, you know how debilitating that is. But spine surgery is very difficult to get over. Think about this. Last year, they anticipate that there was $2 billion in spine surgery that was not needed, okay? But the doctors did it to make money. That is horrific. One thing that I did that got me in a heap of trouble when I was in the medical space, this is about 10 years ago, and I was appalled to learn that medical device companies would have their sales reps inside operating rooms. Oh yeah, you're doing a foot surgery? This is what you need. You need my product. You need my product. And I said, that's disgusting, man. Let the doctor, let the marketplace determine and the doctor determine what needs to be done, not you pitching it. I got so much hate mail. Now, I have almost 24,000 connections on LinkedIn. Oh my gosh, it was, you're an imbecile. I make so much money doing it this way. You don't know. But again, you got $2 billion worth of back surgeries that were not necessary, overcharging people. It's got the states, it's got the hospitals. Read the story below. Final story is Ozempic. It's kind of funny. And a friend of mine called me, she says, I'm thinking about taking that Ozempic. Do you know anything about it? Yeah, and I sent her this article because the article was, I said, this woman took it and couldn't afford it after a while and gained 16 pounds more than she lost. She lost basically 25 pounds and then it came back, and that plus 16. Just, it was not worth it. Now, guys, this is a diabetes drug. It's not designed for weight loss. You will lose weight with it, but if you're not diabetic, the weight loss is accelerated. And you get people that take it just because it's going to make me so healthy. It's insane. So please, guys, research anything. Research surgeries, research things like this. Get second opinions. Man, oh man, I lived with somebody who we would have weeks where the entire week would be filled with medical appointments. Cannot tell you how many times that was. And you have to have the knowledge. You have to be in control of your own health care and ask questions. Okay, it's that simple. I'm telling you, I saw my late girlfriend, who was a lawyer, by the way. I saw her go into surgery and read what she was signing beforehand. Oh, by the way, you guys need to get rid of Clause 7A. I am not going to agree to that. Get a hold of somebody in management now, okay? To the point that it was not messed around. Hey, Lisa, we'd like you to take a look at the terms and conditions a week before surgery. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm preoccupied now. I'll do it 24 hours before, but have somebody that can do it. And again, there was no messing around with this. She was in control doing that, and you should be in control of that too. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and it's like Charlton Heston. It's like Planet of the Apes. Okay? All we need is the Statue of Liberty now, and we'll be complete, guys. Okay? Like, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Okay? hello@iallegedly.com is the email address if you forgot it already. Okay? I'll see you very soon. Send stories, questions. I love it all.